Kia ora team, and welcome back to Anno 1800 on PS5. So we are up to 36 hours and 42 minutes. And you can see here that we have current population of investors at 2024, which is not bad. It's getting me apparently 595 gold tokens, whatever that is. So there you go. That's nice stuff. Anyway, here we are. Look, we're ready to start this. Boom. The foundations of the.
What ambitious plans! Healthy competition.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. Right. So, where are we with this thing? There's a whole raft of stuff you need to have a look at. So, we've got all that. Let's go. Let's get started. We are missing a workforce. We need 500, and we've only got that. We need a couple hundred more. Couple hundred more. That's all right. We can get on and do that. Let's get on and do that then. In the meanwhile, our investors are moderately happy. The issue, again, as I said before, is they haven't liked the use of propaganda, so I had to tone it back a bit. So the last edition of the paper I didn't modify at all. They are happy with everything. I had to buy in some jewelry. I'm working on that. And gramophones doesn't unlock until 3000. I bought in. There we go. We should be able to start this now. In fact, it has already started. So there you go, 28 minutes. So jewelry, I bought in. Oh, and I was building up defenses. This side, this one. Flame tower. I was getting in pearls. Getting in pearls before swine. It has arrived. Where is that ship that had that? That would be like the Nipper or something. Where have you gone? You may have gone off somewhere. Have you gone off to try and fulfill that route? Because it isn't working. That one. So, I do believe he has. Is that him down there? Where is you? No, that's one of mine. Oh, he'll turn up somewhere. It's just a ship. Yeah, so anyway, I got pearls in. So what I really need to do is probably go to these guys and see about... Because I have all this stuff. And I was buying it in. And I'm like, oh, why am I buying it in? When I could probably just make it. So I can probably just make that because I have lots of my own gold, and I don't have a problem with my gold. And I've now bought a string of pearls, and that's all I need,
The
isn't it?
finishing touches,
Yeah,
and
golden
there.
pearls. So I may as well make my own jewelry for now, and at least I've got a reasonable steady supply, and I'm making use of what I've just bought rather than having to buy the finished product, which is expensive. And that's it. That's all of their needs. What I probably should do is promote some more people now that I have. I'll promote one house now that I have some more stuff. Um, what do these people want?
Now the possibilities are limitless. Can the following
Photography.
problem be solved?
Imagine. Photograph the university. University. Is that it? Oh, is it sure? I think that's the nicest outlook. Oh, that looks pretty good, I think. Yeah. There you go. No problem. There you go, my love.
Quod erit demonstrandum.
Quite. Thank you. Ta-da. Thank you. Where are we? Yeah, so anyway, going good. Remedy. Well, I mean, ooh, the schnapps is dropping like there's no tomorrow. We shouldn't be operating at full speed right now while I'm talking to you, because I'm going to have to go and deal with that schnapps. And it was actually due with potatoes, I think. There was a schnapps place over here. Yeah, this guy,
How do?
girl, she's saying no spuds. And who's this?
We've run out of gubbins.
You're running out of things.
Look busy, people.
Hops. We had a hops trade, and we stopped it. Remember? In terms of the finances, still can't make it make money. Still can't make it make money. I mean, they're not probably.
Happy as I ever am, believe me.
Yeah. I mean, they've been happy for ages, but they just cost so much money. They just cost an absolute fortune.
When do we start again?
So yeah, I can't really do anything about it. But given what they're feeding, in terms of feeding Hangbaringa, and they're also feeding Cruzamita in the New World, and Coracao de Pombo, it's not a huge surprise. The tourists over here, oh, I don't know what to do. They're not really coming. Not really getting any guests, and it's again, it's all to do with the attractiveness. I started adding in some things. So like added in a couple of little parks behind the school and the church and things. And I was like, oh, that's nice. I just put it on a couple of little parks, and I went and had a look, and I'm like, oh, I wonder what that did for my attractiveness. And it went up by 1, and then I built a building and it went down by 7. I'm like, oh, you'd have to build so many things. So so the heck with it. It's the vulgarity. I don't know what the story with that is. Unsightly buildings or those that are smelly or noisy. I mean, I have to. I have to, because this isn't Babylon. You know, I've got to make all of the things I need to make here, and that's that. So you know, I have it for the sake of having it, I guess. I mean, it's bringing me in 190, but I mean, honestly, I don't know. The only visitor it brought in was a water carrier, and I already have 2. It's like great, fantastic. So anyway, so there you go. Off to the New World. Let's have a look at the New World. Sorry, I don't need to do that. I need to do that. Let's have a look. These people, they were
This
struggling
place is
with
full of spirit.
rum and beer is what they're struggling with now. It was, yeah, and it was sewing machines. So that's new, rum and beer. I am taking an awful lot of rum. I was supplying them with quite a bit of beer, it has to be said.
Ready the ropes.
But I do have to consider that it is better to have these people be unhappy than have my main island be unhappy. Because if my main island's unhappy, I lose a lot. If these people are unhappy, I don't really lose much. So, tough and all.
And it's coming out of my ears. Wax free, of course.
Oh, thank you. Very funny.
At the ready.
Yeah, so we're taking a lot of stuff. from their storage, and that's fine. I knew we were going to be bleeding them dry, and we are bleeding them dry, and that's kind of more or less what they're for. They're supplying the other islands. They got quite a lot of stuff going on. So it's absolutely not the end of the world. Absolutely not the end of the world on this one. What's your problem? No
There's
warehouse in
nowhere to
Rage. Oh, you're not. You're actually in the wrong place. You need to be next to the road. I suppose I should have checked what that was before I demolished it. I do think it was not one of those. It would have been one of those. What is that?
What can I do for you?
Coffee. Coffee. Where are we? Coffee. Thank you. No, that one. So go that way, and then we need to go that way, and we need to go. Ooh, look how far you can go. That way, and you go that way. Pardon me. There we go. Happy as Larry now, ain't you? Stuff, stuff. So where are we at with these people? In the black, just about in the black, which is not in the red, which is great, and they've got stuff happening, and they're good, and that's good. So their needs aren't all fully met, but there you go.
Makes me want to keep striving.
This island though is doing pretty good. All of their needs and everything else is all met, and has been for some time, and they are also just about in the black. So not a drain on my resources, not exactly making me a huge amount of profit, but they are supplying a substantial amount. Look at this, got a whole lot of excess stuff going on here. What is this?
No more space here.
Still with the plantains. But that's okay, because at the minute production is boosted because we got good press. So one of the things that I learned is be careful when you're adjusting your production chains, because your newspaper has effects on consumption and production. So you might get, say, 10% boost per production building, and you might have, say, 10 production buildings. So it's operating like you got 11, and you go, oh, I've got one extra building, and you demolish it, and that's okay. And then what happens is the next time the press comes out, it's not so favorable, or you want to focus on something else. So you lose that 10% production, and suddenly you find yourself down a production building, and you're like, what happened there? So the other thing, as I've said about this newspaper being too much of a swing, is that depending on where you are in the newspaper cycle and what the newspaper is doing, affects all of your production buildings across all of your islands. So it's too problematic when it comes to that, because then you're like trying to balance stuff, but it's a dynamic balance, because people are producing more because they're because that's the effect. People are consuming less, so your producers are producing the same amount, but it says that the consumption has dropped. So you say, well, that's fine, I'll get rid of production building, but consumption has only dropped because of the newspaper. So you then have changed things again. So it's all very complicated, and I don't like the newspaper, is what I'm saying. I don't like the extent of the effect of the newspaper. I think the game is challenging enough without the newspaper swing effect. So I think in actuality, um, they could probably do without that, and it would still be fine. You know, and it would still be a challenging game without having to deal with the vagaries of the flipping newspaper, which I don't like. I think what do these need? Are they short of concrete? I suppose I need to turn one of my concrete factories
We
on,
are
don't I?
keen to resume as soon as start the machines.
I bet you are. You can get on with that. You can get on with it. So there you go. So we're doing all right. We're moving on. We've got the monument. We've got the investors on the go. We've got the population dynamic we need. We can continue working towards our goal of a minimum of 2,500 investors. Um, and we are currently at, what are we, 2,150. So we're well on our way to 2,500 investors, which we will need anyway. We could go all the way out to 3,000. I mean, I guess we'll see how we go. I never got to gramophones, and the other thing I never did was steam carriages. That's way out at 5,000. Do I need to go to 5,000 for the monument? I can't remember. But that's quite a lot. I mean, I guess we will see how we go with the monument, and we'll see how we go with the rest of our goals. But that's double what we currently have. Where's the electricity go to? It goes out. I mean, I'm concentrating on these around here just because. That's the bank. That is the club. Remember, we were doing the members club. The members club goes quite far. I mean, I suppose I should really concentrate on this slot over here. I've got 1,248 workers, so I could, in all likelihood, up this slot quite a bit and concentrate on this area here, which might be slightly easier to focus on in terms of upgrading. And that would get me altogether nearly 5,000, I guess, based on what we already have. Bearing in mind, there's an awful lot of these luxury needs that have to be processed to get us to that. So, so yeah, so that's the situation. In terms of diplomacy, I've, as you've seen, I'm just paying off the pirates. They don't actually charge you that much money to not fight them, so it's just like it's kind of minor tax, and I've got probably the ships I've got and the weapons I've got now are probably sufficient to keep them at bay, but they're just a nuisance. So I just, yeah, I mean militarily they got a lot, but I'll just leave them where they are. I've got trade rights with these two. Von Malching keeps coming and offering me obscene amounts of money to remain in a non-aggression pact with them. I don't know why. I mean, you can obviously see militarily he's way ahead of me. His economy is still growing. He's still one step ahead of poor old Archer. Although they do keep fighting with each other, and Archer is militarily ahead. I need to. What does he want? A $60,000 gift.
My art is criminally underfunded. Well said.
He's
Both
easy to.
a mirror to heaven, and my cities are a worthy facsimile.
Yeah, he's really easy to pawn off. So he is. He's currently at peace with Von Malching. Um,
I have a young family whose hopes rest on a roll of the dice. But at least we have dice to roll.
that's nice for you. Are they teeth? The situation is that if we have a look at the island shares, I've been sneakingly sneaking about. So I've been sneaking a little munch of the odd island here or there. And that's why he doesn't like me so much, because I've been taking sneaky little chunks of his island. What is this one worth? This one was worth quite a bit of money, I think. Yeah, 1.46 million. I can't really. It would take me down to below 1.5, and at this stage of the game, I don't want to be below 1.5. And I mean, this one's maximum possible share revenue of 1.6. The maximum possible share revenue there is 64,000. But that's all of it, and that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's 12,000 each, more or less. That one, the maximum possible share revenue is 1,500. So each of those is 1/5. So you're looking about 300-ish. So it's the question is it worth it to own that island to keep pushing it? And the other thing is, because it's such a small amount of money, he keeps buying it back pretty quickly. So, you know, the other thing to possibly look at is look at it strategically and say, well, what resources are on that island? Grain, hops, and peppers. Well, that's okay. Spuds. Well, we're not getting Schicksburg. He has niter on that one, which we desperately need. So that's a small one. It's on the opposite side of that, which would be a bit of a pain if we got into a war with him. I can tell you that. Oh, what has he got? He's got niter on that one. Cetium. So let's have a look. What would it cost to buy a share in Cetium? Absolutely, there's nothing there. But you can't. You can only buy one at a time. You can't buy multiple. And you then need to wait 10 minutes and you need to buy another one. That would get me, if I bought that, that would get me nothing. 1/5 of what I was getting, like 9. Wouldn't be worth it, but I would get that niter if I wanted to stage a coup of that island and try and do that. This one has been a little bit easier for me to acquire because it's 466,000. So that's okay. And this one is 181,000. What's this one here? Maximum possible share revenue 699. That was 6,000. This one was 1,000, which is 229. What did I say for that one? 467,000. Yeah, he's gonna be very unhappy if I take another one there. What's this one? Oh, this one's another one of his $1 million ones. What's the revenue? 18,000. What was the revenue? That was 60,000. Blimey. I'm glad I bought one while I did. Glad I did. Over in the New World, I did have one of his. Where is his 2,000, 1,000? That's his most valuable island over here. 8 effects. Yeah, because I did have one of those.
I firmly believe art should be shared by...
Yeah, and obviously I had that over there.
You can afford to tussle for my island.
We'll see what that does, probably diplomatically speaking. It only takes him down a bit. So it's not the end of the world. I'm exploring that as an option to pressure these guys and also to maintain my income. Like I said to you before, in terms of my income, which is up at the top, I can't point to it. It's all well and good having a cash cushion when you want to buy things in a hurry, but it's not. It doesn't help generate income, which is arguably slightly more important, because you can have a lot of cash, and if you've got a negative income, you're in trouble. It also plays out very badly in the press. If your income keeps dropping, they keep warning of bankruptcy, which is a negative effect, so you need to keep countering it, and so on and so forth. Such like in thing. They're still not over that propaganda issue.
Happy melodies spring from the lyre.
Yeah, your canned goods and sewing machines are all good. What about you? You must be good because you're all terribly excited and happy. So we can upgrade some of you people and work towards the magic investor population. So there you go. So we're on our way, well on our way, well on our way. This has another 6 minutes to run. So what I will do is I will briefly wait, and I'll call you back when this is finished, and we'll have a look at what the next stage looks like. And see you in a bit.
Weigh me to the
Okay.
bottom.
Done.
Right, here we go. Right for us. Right, need 1,000. No, I need. Wait. Yeah, we need 1,000. Need 1,000 workers, which is fine. Need to promote some of these scallywags to workers. I think there's a school, and so all of these guys around here are probably the ones that we need to promote, and then that's going to play havoc with some of my supply chains. So I mean, I suppose I just need to get on and do it, don't I? That'll do it. Let's go. Bonza bonza. Right, we need stuff. We need to get ourselves 150 reinforced concrete, 150 steel beams, 300 bricks. Right, looks like that trade route. Which
New
was it? Was
orders,
it you?
Admiral.
Yeah, well, first off, let's get rid of those sewing
Steady her
machines,
course.
because I'm pretty sure we don't need those sitting in your hold, mister. And you can go get bricks and steel from where you need to go get bricks and steel from. And concrete is over here. We have plenty of limestone. The only thing I'm worried about is, yeah, the iron stuff from the furnace. We're kind of stable on that at the minute. And the minute I turn this on, we're going to soak up some of that stuff to make. I better start that just in case. We're going to start soaking up all of that iron related product. I don't think that anybody around here is selling that stuff. Oh yeah, it's valuable resource, so I don't think so. He sells the steel, so that will take some of the heat off the steel production. 29 of it he's offering. That's not a lot. He's got 412.
The people celebrate your
Over there.
leadership.
Let's go get that. We'll go get that and bring that over here.
Production has stopped.
Lickety split. And we'll do it this way, which is the way I've done it before. Which is we'll have a look. We'll see what ship we've got available in the old world. It's got a big. The Nipper is still loaded up with pearls, which is fine. Where the heck is the Nipper? You idle? Right, yeah, you are. Let's just get rid of those pearls. There you go, let's solve that problem. So let's go back to that trade route again. Should be the last one, steel. Yeah, what we will do, he takes 4. So we'll grab all of that. That's 200. He might let us do it twice. He might not. We'll see how it goes. So the Nipper will go off. We'll buy all that stuff from him directly.
Falcon ready.
Now he's got 2 escorts already, so I don't need to worry about anything to do with pirates or any kind of that nonsense. So then when he gets back, what are we on? Let's say 49, increasing.
Layer of dust
I'll
is
probably be
forming.
fine to start. So we'll start now, and that will work us towards getting all of this stuff together. It uses up resources as and when it can as it passes its way through, as you recall. I probably don't need to worry about any of those things, so I'll just let it carry on. You can also assign more workers from other buildings. There it goes. This way. I'll have to stop again. Start again. Stop again. Start again. Stop again.
I respects engineers, right
oh,
bobbish with the machines.
I'm not
Never
sure
know what bit of me's getting chewed up next.
what that does in terms of our production elsewhere. Well, I toggled it on, and nothing's broken. So I hope it's still working. I hope it's still working. That's what's true. Anyway, so it's all underway. It's all underway. It's all underway, and everything's tickety boo. So yeah. So look, nothing much happening. I'll wait again and call you in when we get to the next stage, and I'll let you know where we are then. I'll see you soon. Sure again. Well, some time has elapsed, as you can see, but I mean, not a huge amount of time. And we have moved on a little bit, and we have moved on a little bit because we now have this complete. Phase 3 is now done. Right. Oh, we do need to get to 3,000 investors. Right. Oh, and then we need. Motors we got, marketry we don't got, but we can get. Artisan workforce we're going to need an awful lot more of. We need an awful lot more windows. So the artisanal workforce might be a bit of an issue. We do have a lot of workers here that need to be promoted. I suppose we just need to balance a few things out. As you can see, we have expanded our engineer workforce down this side here because this is where the club is. So if we are going to promote these people to investors, then that would seem like the best place to do it because it's right next door to the club, which is the only area effect item that the investors currently need. They need electricity, but we're already supplying electricity. Everything else is goods, goods, and goods. So we're at 2,208. We need another 800 at least to get to 3,000 investors, which is what it is. We're running pretty close to the bone with farmers at the minute on 84. So, in terms of where we are, obviously monetarily, you'll see we're making 55,000, and we're at 2.84 million. One of the things probably I'm struggling a lot with is we just are really pushing the limits of supply for 2 islands, really. Well, 1 island, really. You think that all of the schnapps for 2 islands is just being supplied by Remedi? Look at this population of farmers. That's an awful lot of schnapps, man. I'm really pushing the limit. So I'm really going out there to buy stuff because I've got excess money. Clothes are up and down. Sausages are currently on the way down, but pig supply is stable. Bread is fine. Beer is on the decline. I'm trying to sort that out currently. I'm trying to get some more malt stuff sorted. Canned goods are okay. Rum is on the up, possibly. The furs is good. Sewing machines is good. Spectacles is good. We've got a problem with bicycles because we can't get any Cathwack stuff. This stuff here, caoutchouc. Can't get it, can't buy it, don't know where it's coming from, can't get it, can't buy these, Don't know. Can't do anything about it. It's going to be a problem. Coffee is all good. Same with champagne. Can't get it. Can't find it. Can't buy it. I would need to buy in grapes and then manufacture it. And there's not even enough places selling grapes. I could maybe get 30 grapes currently. That's about it. Cigars is fine. It's on the decline, but it's up and down. Chocolate is fine. No more pearls. Rings is fine, though I've stopped producing those. So I'm going through generally and identifying sort of individual needs and going out and stocking up on them when I can. I don't know, is anybody bringing any stuff in? They're bringing in penny farthings. So where are they? So they will be along soon, which is great. So they'll deal with that because that was really beginning to worry me a little bit. Nothing else I can do about not a lot of nothing else. Over here at Remedi, the snap situation, I had to, this used to be all houses. I just got rid of it and just filled it up with potato fields. And this guy is what, just complaining that I can't even upgrade you anymore. I need to get some more stuff and put in a whole load more potato fields, because I think it was potato supply more than schnapp supply. So yeah, it was. So as soon as I sorted out the potatoes, the schnapp started going uppity up. So that's okay. I can probably go back and change the schnapps route, which is this one. And I can probably, it was at 37. I think we can go 40. So I think we can go 40. And we've been pushing the bread as well, slowly up and slowly up, because these guys had quite a lot of it, and I just went out and bought them an awful lot of flour. So they now have an awful lot of flour, but they probably need some more bakeries. And I don't know where I can shoehorn in another bakery. Not that bakery. That. How big are they? I need to get some bricks as well. Why are you having problems with that? That would be good if I could chuck in another bakery. I'll just sort some bricks out later. Yeah, so I've been massaging this as much as I can, essentially to support a Hamburger. Can't make it make money. That was clearly on statistics, right? You saw that? Finance, look at it. It's, yeah, whatever. Anyway, I've been working on looking at building some further defenses around the island, etc. The reason I've been doing that is because I've sneakily been buying up people's shares. So the reason I'm making so much share income, 33,000 share income, is because I've gone after some of their bigger islands. So this one, I did have 2 shares in Schickersburg, so he's bought one back. But I'm making, 14,000 off that one island, and each share is that's like 1.5 million currently at the minute. This one was less of a drama, but it is 1.1. So it's interesting. 1.1 million for 3008, 1.5 million for 14. So I don't know how it's calculating that out. This one wasn't a really big one. This one wasn't a really big one, but this one was a big one. This is another one. Maximum possible share revenue of 63,000. Share income at the minute is 12,000. So these two, 14 and 12, that's like 30k right there. And then we got the other ones, and I haven't stopped there. So I've been at it in the New World as well with Unterstadt, and also with aid effects. And again, I've had more shares over time, and they buy them back. But yeah, I'm keeping an eye on it and seeing how they react. At the minute, they're still above the 90s, so I mean they get a bit grumpy about it, but they're not super grumpy. It's like an influence reduction of 3, or a diplomatic reduction of 3, whatever you want to call that thing. What are you waiting on anyway? More concrete. Are we not making concrete? I thought we were. We used up a lot of it for this thing, which is How much does it need anymore? No, we've moved on from concrete now. We're on to glass. Um, yeah, so I've been tinkering around with trying to buy some more shares to keep my income up, like I've said, because it puts them down, it puts their income down, and puts my income up. And I am spending a lot on keeping this island running. Um, so it's going to be interesting to see how it goes. But there you go, there you go, there you go. So this one is done as far as here, which is phase 4. So I will probably wait and sort this all out because, like I've said, nothing really is happening. I'm just balancing needs by doing individual purchases. I'm not really doing any further development. And I'm just buying things in to support until this construction gets finished. So there you go. So I will bring you in. You don't need to see me going through this, but I will bring you in at the end when we have finished that phase. I'll see you soon from your perspective. Well, Cura again. So yet more time has elapsed. 41 hours. We're approaching the 48, which was the time it took me to get the monument built. The last time. Um, and anyway, so some things have changed a little bit. So this is done. Let's do it. Let's move on. Right, you got to get 5,000. I thought it was 2,500. You got to get 5,000 investors to get up to the next phase, which is just going to be tickety boo. The population is really probably not the drama for these things. The time it take is the resources. It eats up so many resources, which is it is the way it is. So nothing much has changed really here. I tweaked some numbers to keep um, the numbers going in terms of production. So I downgraded some engineers to artisans, and I can put those artisans back up to engineers and all the rest of it. So there you go. Monetarily wise, I've got more money than I know what to do with right now, and I'll explain why that's the case. And production wise, some things I've switched off because we've been, fantastically over budget with construction. I don't think I need this stuff right now. So I'll put a little bit of a pause on that. Everything else seems to be going swimmingly fine. We'll have a quick look at our stocks and supplies. Schnapps is okay, the essentials. Schnapps is okay, clothes is okay, sausages is okay, breads is okay. Beer is okay. We have artisanal kitchen and canned goods. Sewing machines is a bit of a problem. Rum is a bit of a problem. Fur coats is fine. We need to watch out for these luxury goods like spectacles and penny farthings are a bit of a problem. Coffee has been a problem, but I've been buying it up. Watches, not so much of a problem. Champagne was a problem. I'll explain why it's not in a minute. Cigars is up and down. Chocolate is up and down, and I'm just managing those. And really, the last sort of 5 hours of my time has been going out, having a look at trade routes, going around the islands, see what I need, buying it all up, sending it all over here, doing it again, doing it again, doing it again, doing it again, sort of rinse and repeat. With the new world, with the old world, with the everything else in between. So this island is fine. Remedai is ticking along fine. I haven't bothered with it. It has an overabundance of schnapps. Um, Everything else, clothing is fine. Um, Bread is, well, it has been up and down. They have plenty of flour. They might just need another bakery. I wonder if I could shoehorn another bakery in somewhere. I think I was looking to shoehorn one in somewhere. I think I have to demolish a couple of buildings. So these look like they're not helping me hugely. So I'll get rid of those. And I'll shoehorn in another bakery just to see if I can iron out some of the problem with bread, because it is an essential. We do need it. Bread. Where were we? Bread. Beer's fine. Beer's better than fine. Beer's marvelous. Might have to put hops on hold again real soon. Um, it definitely has an awful lot of iron ore and various other. Soap is fine. It's all fine. Everything's all fine over there. So Remedi is all good. If we go and have a look in the new world, um, let's have a quick look in the new world. Challenging,
Makes me want to
challenging.
keep
Um,
striving.
These guys have been up and down. I can't supply them with enough sewing machines. But like I've said, it's not the end of the world in terms of this stuff. In terms of finances over here, it's still 1,500 even without it, or 1,000 without it. So that's doing fine. And the oil stores are okay. So that's all fine. So they're doing okay in Korakata And over here, should probably check this. They are under. Had a few problems, had a few issues with ponchos again. Um, but I think all of their other critical needs are fine. Again, I can't give them enough sewing machines. So where are they at the minute? I think they're they're pretty much in the same boat. Well, they do have some stocks, so they're okay, but they're supplying a lot, and that's the situation. Um, what I have been doing with all my spare cash is buying things. So I've bought up an awful lot of his island there and an awful lot of his island there because this is we come in from this side, remember? So we come in from this side. So if I were to acquire these two islands and have this would be the major side in terms of where we go. But I'm not sure about how well I know how annoyed he'll be when I do that. He'll be pretty annoyed. And the reason I know that that's the case is because I've already done that with Arthur. And I took his island, um, which he's he's not happy about. Obviously, he's obviously not happy about it. So let's go and have a look at the island that I took from him. So this is Sankt Arthurberg. And why did I buy that? Well, I bought this because it is one of the only islands I can find that does grapes. So this is I was struggling with champagne, and I thought, this is a problem. So why don't I take over an island? And I took over the small island because it was cheap to do so, and now this is my vineyards. So I'm now making lots of vineyards, and I'm shipping the stuff off. Incidentally, it also has an iron mine, sorry, coal mine,
Look sharp,
which is
governor's
good
here.
because it's assisting me with my coal supplies. So I don't have any plans to do anything major with it. I don't really need hops. I don't really need peppers. I don't really need clay, and I don't need I think that's nickel, zinc. I don't need zinc. So essentially, what I'm going to do is I'm probably just going to fill this up with vineyards. And that's it. And I put a couple of defenses on it just in case. But essentially, I'm just going to fill it up with vineyards, and this is just going to be my supply. And I'm going to make it on my main island on Hamburger, because it is the production is improved with electricity. So I'm not bringing electricity here. So I'm just going to do that. In terms of what that meant diplomatically, well, it wasn't very good. So Van Malching loves me. He's on a non-aggression pact, so I bought it while we were in a non-aggression pact. So he hasn't been able to do anything about it. So there you see, when I took over his island, I lost 50. Now I've gradually been clawing it back. And if we have a look at what he's up to, he's not. He's not. I can't even flatter him. I can't even offer him a gift. So he's a bit unhappy. But I mean, we'll see how he goes. I don't really want to do a quest because I don't know. But I mean, we'll see how he goes. You see that he's um, I did flatter him. There is some trade. I keep buying things, and I keep trying to iron him back up again, so that he doesn't just go for all-out war, which is fine. He's not at war with von Malching anymore. So yeah, so it can be done without actually ending up going immediately to a war state. But it did take a bit of massaging, and obviously what that means is I can't buy. I did have a share there and a share there, and I think I had a share over there or something. Um, but Obviously, I can't buy any more because he'll get upset if I buy any more. I don't really want to do that. What is this one at? This one's at like 30,000. This is a lot of money, but I have a lot of money. So seeing as Von
A
Mulching
completely
likes me,
insignificant island. No
um,
wonder you're so keen to buy.
I can afford to lose a
You
couple
gained an influence bonus.
from Von Mulching. So that's
You can
fine.
afford to tussle for my island.
I can. I have more money than I know what to do with. Sorry. Yeah, so I've been doing that, and you can see that like 90,000. I'm making an awful lot of money, because of the share situation, which is great because then I can go back. I just buy what I need. So as you can see, I've turned all of my sells off on all of my oil. I'm not selling anything. I don't need to. I don't need, but I do need to buy lots of things. So I have lots of buys in, to make sure that I always have enough of as many things as I possibly can, um, to stop me from having to go through the palaver of um, of having to run around and make things and run around and do this and run around and do that. So I'm loading up with stockpiles full of everything. Rum is running out again, as much as I can, so that I'm ready. And that's it. I have to get this video out. It's going to be a while, until I get to 5,000 investors and iron a few things out and do all of the things that I need to do. This needs one more set of windows. Come on, can we do one more set of windows while we're here and I can get this built and move on? So this is the champagne, which is improved by electricity, and the electricity goes there. We go. Right. So let's do this. Right. We are now making our own
rather fragile.
champagne, or we will be when they get over here to the warehouse and do what they need to do. May as well upgrade that. So there you go. So I haven't really done anything or expanded anything. I've been rearranging some of the deck chairs and buying an awful lot of bits and pieces in, and stocking up as much as I can, in excess as much as I can,
It's the bee's knees.
to try and get these guys as happy as they can. I now need to buy in gramophones. I don't. Can I make gramophones? What does it take to make a gramophone? Marquetry is a bit of a pain. I had problems trying to get marquetry before. It really comes from the New World. Does marquetry. Although I don't know, can you make it here? I can make it here. So I can actually make it here. So I could make my own marquetry. I think I have plenty of brass myself, because I have both of these things on my islands in abundance. So I can make it. I can make marquetry here, and I've got space, so I can definitely add in. Like I've said, I'm not keen on adding more population, so I can add in some more wood manufacture. Although I'm full, so I can get this built. It's going to need 15 windows. So there you go. We can make our own gramophones. So we're making our own champagne. We can make our own gramophones. We're struggling with penny farthings because I can't get katwak from anywhere, at all. We're struggling with these because now High Clarence Hall isn't selling any. Everything else I think is okay. We're going to be making our own champagne now. So now that's good. So yeah, no, I think we're good. So I'm going to leave you on that. And I'll do a little bit of work offline, again, to get these guys up and ready. And 300 Katawak. We're going to be here forever waiting on that coming in. I absolutely guarantee it. I'm going to go and have a look at the New World and see which islands do Katawak and buy it. Hopefully it's Von Mulching. And then, but what I need to see is, I need to see when this non-aggression pack runs out, how seriously pissed off he's going to be with me. Is he going to start a war? He's at 58. She's at 41, and she hasn't started a war. So I can probably get away with it. I think I can get away with it with this guy. But we're going to have to wait and see. So blimey, there you go. Oh, how times have changed, right? But I mean, it was touch and go for a while there. It was touch and go, but once we started buying lots and lots of island shares, we started getting absolutely seriously into the money, which absolutely reminds me that I was actually going to buy island shares. But let me just check. Who does? You do get a whack whack. Oh dearie dearie me. Right, let's that's it. That's the island that I want, Unterstadt.
Defraud me of an entire island?
Yeah, he isn't gonna like this. He isn't gonna like this at all, but I want that island. I very much do. I'll leave the other island alone. Let me just see what its fertility is. Um, yeah, I don't need that one. Anyone else do Catawak Whack? That's me. He does, but that's that night effects. Yeah, Gasparograd does. They do. So they've cornered the Catawak and they're not sharing. So I need this island. I need this island and I'm going to piss them off. But I think, where are we diplomatically in terms of our non-aggression pact? 3 hours. So I've got 3 hours to butter. I'll lose 50. That's 33. That's a big drop. That's a big old drop. 33 is pretty low. Very likely.
More money is always good.
Yeah. He's always.
I deserve this.
There you go. So I'll try and bump him up a little bit back into the 90s, before I steal his armor from him. But I need it. I really need it. So there you go. I hope you're enjoying it. It's just now it's a time sink. Now it's ground to an absolute grind. And I mean that in terms of time. I need to keep checking things and doing things and checking things, but for the most part, it's just sitting here watching it do its thing. And you kind of have to watch it, because things fall over all the time. You can't kind of stop watching it. But there you go. So I hope you're keen to see us get to the end of these victory conditions. I mean, we're well ahead of them in terms of once we've got all of the investors to get. Once we build this, we're done, right? I mean, that's it. We've met all the victory conditions. We've definitely got plenty of money. We've definitely got plenty of money coming in. We've definitely got plenty of population. We've definitely going to have a monument. We're definitely going to have enough investors. So as soon as this is built, the victory conditions are won, and then it's a question of saying, well, is that it? Is that the game over? Or do I crush all my opponents monetarily? If I can. I don't know if you can. Can you do that? But it would just be so tedious and time consuming, because I just have to purchase a share, then you wait 10 minutes, then you need to purchase another share, but you need to keep managing them diplomatically unless you want to go to war. And if you go to war, it becomes a bit tedious. Because you just need to start building up militarily things. The other thing is you don't worry about it. You reinforce all of your islands, but they really do mess with your trade. They seriously mess with your trade, because once you're at this level, you need lots and lots of trade to keep all these islands running. I mean, you can see we've all got boats everywhere, and the pirates are everywhere because no one's been killing the pirate boats for quite some time. Everyone's been at peace with them for quite a bit. Anyway, hope you're enjoying it. Do drop a like, do subscribe, it helps the channel immensely. 200 subscribers is my next target, coming along fantastically. Don't forget to click the bell notification so you know when the next one's coming out. I don't know when that's going to be. It's going to be quite a bit of hours it's going to take me to get to something meaningful to show you. And drop any comments, thoughts, anything you want to talk about or ask questions about. Always happy to help. Until then, ta-ta for now.
PlayStation